But on our right, we have Azul, Garcia, Griego. On our left, Jose, Silva. Getting ready, both players trying to do their best to get into that day 2 and lock up as many wins as possible, as early as possible. Like I said, I'm very excited to see this Iron Hands. Is it all hype? Will it, will it come up this game? I'm very excited to find out.
As we can see, both players are getting all ready to rumble. Here we go, right into round 3 of the Pokemon TCG Latin American Championships.
It looks like both players are putting their prize cards out now. Let's have a look. So we see a Provisil Stone with Barrel, 1 copy of Chempal, 2 Water Energy, and that Iron Bundle.
Ooh!
Let's go. And
with its fantastic ability, Hyper Blower, it allows you to essentially use a cheeky escape probe, moving your own Pokemon and also your opponent's Pokemon in lay of being able to discard the Iron Bundle itself, but it does have a pretty good attack as well.
Yeah, not too bad, and I'll be intrigued to see if that Iron Bundle actually comes up. But it looks like players are shuffling up now, so hopefully we'll get a start to our game soon. Jose, both players 2-0 obviously, so the winner of this game will get to 3-0, and that's where you want to be, going undefeated as long as possible. That's a fantastic place to be at an international championship, that's for sure.
And here we go, we're going straight on into the game now. Let's have a look at how each player started. Oh, okay, no, actually we're gonna, oh, no, there they are. Whew, both water types, ooh.
Interesting, now I think looking at this hand for Azul, it didn't seem particularly great. It looks like Azul's gonna start doing a prize check, try and work out what Pokemon's been prized. And then, which we know we did see 1 copy of Barrel and 1 copy of Chempal, but I do think consulting the hand, I don't think I saw any other Pokemon search. Now I guess Azul has led Frigibax, so, and the 7 HP one at that, so he's probably hoping that it doesn't get KO'd anytime soon. But I think this might be a nest ball to discard the Lightning Energy in the hand, or at least some energy off an Earthen Vessel. And those 2 cards from Concealed cards are going to be very, very important for Azul to even get in this game.
You can really tell the caliber of the play up in here today. Azul's doing a very thorough deck check there, making sure they're noting down what their prize cards could possibly be. This is a really good tactic to endure and use in very harsh competitive play like this, to make sure that you're doing everything in your power to know what's in your deck at all times.
So yeah, it looks
that
like
Earthen Vesseling for a Water Energy and having another little look.
yeah, I mean, you just saw double Water Energy there off the Earthen Vessel. And I feel like I said, I think this concealed card is going to be really important here. In an ideal world, you'd love to see a Battle VIP pass. Obviously, one sort of almost downside for going first is that you don't get supporters. It's an interesting point because a lot of decks opting to go second now, like a Roaring Moon, for example, would like to go second, and a lot of decks would like to play the supporters. So let's see what Azul gets off this Radiant Greninja concealed cards. 1, 2. Ooh, I think that. Is that turnover? Yes, it is.
Oh, not a particularly strong start. You generally want to get a couple of Frigibacks down, but I suppose they might be hoping that Jose doesn't play a deck that can attack too early on. But right now, Azul might be none the wiser to what Jose is playing.
Yeah, exactly. And I guess you wouldn't even know off seeing a Manaphy active. You wouldn't have a clue necessarily. And it looks like Jose starts with a turn with an Arvin, a fantastic card, letting you grab an item and a tool card at the same time. And I actually said at the start that Jose was playing a TM Evolution. I actually got confused. He actually isn't playing. So we aren't going to see a TM Evolution, unfortunately. We do see the Forest Stone, which could be used to give any V Pokemon the V-Star, Power Star, Alchemy, which then to let you search any card from your deck, as we do see it getting taken from that Arvin.
2 Charmander on the bench is always a good start. Wanting to get a lot of consistency with Charizard, and Jose does have a lot of energy in their hands, so they can actually start to just manual attach and take it slow and steady, being able to play another Nest Ball for, yep, we are absolutely on the money there. Everyone's on the Pokeball this morning. There's a Pidgey down as well. Really fantastic bench scenario already, and they're going for an Artisan. Wowza.
So talk about a polar opposite turn ones there. Azul only managed to get one basic Pokemon down via a nest ball, and Jose has almost filled their bench, for lack of a better term there. 4 bench Pokemon in play. And does have the Forest Silstone for like attach, retreat, the Manaphy to use Mysterious Tail on that Mew to look at the top 6 cards and then grab any item. Could it maybe even find another Battle VIP pass? Let's see what this Mysterious Tail can grab for Jose. We do see a Battle VIP pass. We do see a Lost Vacuum. Oh, a Nest Ball.
There's some great choices there.
Yeah. You could make the argument there was a lot of good choices, and that is a good problem to have. I have too many good options, as we do see. Oh wow, a double Pidgey. Interesting. What do you think about that, Amy?
Oh, I mean, the early Pidgey gets the Wurmple, right? So we're going to be able to make sure that the Pidgeot is in play as early as possible so we can combo off those rare candies, getting Charizard set up. I think this is like a really strong start as long as the rest of the deck plays ball right now.
Yeah, you can't ask for more than that. 2 Charmander, 2 Pidgey, you've got Manaphy down. This is a great start for Jose, and it looks like, I think, yeah, he has passed it over. Let's see what Azul can do now. Obviously, supporters are online now, so we can see the Irida being played. You know, we're going to see a Nest Ball as well. So yeah, Azul can start to get in the race, but does kind of need to get working quick, because this game could get out of hand really fast.
I think it was like quite a good hand, to be honest. The Irida is going to be able to search out a Red Candy and a Baxcalibur, just straight away evolving this Frigibax. And I suppose then the biggest issue, if you want to call it that, is which attacker does Azul go for in this scenario? Can they Iron Hands? Is it too much of a stretch? Or do they go with the safer option? There it is, Chien-Pao.
Yeah, that Chien-Pao, fantastic Pokemon. You know, has that shivery chill ability when it's in the active position, letting you grab 2 basic water energy from your deck, put them straight into your hand. Obviously, that Hellblade makes very good use of those energies once they're in play, so it lets you do 60 for each energy you choose to discard. As we do see that shivery chill ability being used, grabbing 2 water energy from the deck, and it's just so integral for this Chien-Pao deck to work, because then you can grab those energies, you can then discard them with Greninja to then draw extra cards, and then you can use Superior Energy Retrieval to get them straight back. And then Baxcalibur, that super cold ability, which we will see soon, I would imagine, lets you attach as many as you like. So all very synergistic.
Indeed, and being able to go ahead and evolve that Baxcalibur on this turn, allowing Azul to be able to start actually playing. They're going to take the first prize card. The Bidoof there's pretty interesting. He's going down. There he is. Again, the only issue with Chien-Pao is that it does struggle with card draw. Its energy engine is sublime. But if you don't get the B-Barrel, that can be rather problematic.
Yeah, and we do see a lot of times, you know, a lot of players will opt to KO the B-Barrel and then try and fire off an Iono at some point, just to try and grind the deck down to a halt. But as it stands now, though, the B-Barrel will be around at some point. You can start to draw cards. Azul does get to use that Artisan to grab another Frigibax, so you can sort of defend yourself against any boss's orders that Jose might have. And Azul's doing everything he can so far. I imagine that Irida will come down soon, and then we can start to see a Baxcalibur.
Yeah, Azul's going for the tried and tested, making sure that they have a nice full bench, making sure that all of their Pokemon are watching his Baxcalibur in this instance.
Watching his Baxcalibur, let's go. And as we do see the Irida coming down as a supporter card that lets you grab 1 water Pokemon and an item from your deck. So that's extremely strong. You know, when you're trying to set up, or maybe not actually, but when you're trying to set up, you know, Baxcalibur, you know, Irida can find you the Baxcalibur and the rare candy. That could be what Azul opts to go for here, and it basically solves your Baxcalibur puzzle.
Indeed, it's best to get those Baxcaliburs out early, make sure that Azul can take that first KO, get the game moving, taking their first prize card in a matchup where you have both decks are capable of pumping out consistently large numbers. They are both capable of hitting really large Pokemon for big KOs. Chien-Pao is very capable of taking out the Charizard, and Charizard is very capable of taking out the Chien-Pao. So being able to take a KO is quite big, but Azul's got for the pass on this one. They're biding their time.
Yeah, I guess Azul can think, as good as Charizard EX is, Burning Darkness can't KO Chen Pao immediately after gate, so Azul's opting to hold, as it were. And let's see what Jose chooses to do here. Starts off the turn with a Mysterious Tail, and will look to grab an Escape Rope off that. Escape Rope will force your opponent to swap that active Pokemon, and then you get to swap afterwards. So very interesting card. Works really well with Mew, because you can sort of grab an item card for free, and then you can just move the Mew out of the active and get to work. Here we do see an Ultra Ball here from Jose, discarding a Fire Energy, and it looks like maybe the Choice Bell potentially. No, double Fire Energy. And let's see what this goes for. Could be a Pidgeot, could be a Charizard, if you have see a Rare Candy in hand. And let's see, it is, it is that big, scary Terra Charizard EX. As we do see the Rare Candy, Infernal Rain activates Amy, letting you grab 3 Fire Energy from your deck and attach them wherever you like.
That really is an insane ability. Being able to just jump right into the deck, it not only allows you to get energy, but also allows you to shuffle, which in this format is also really important with the amount of Ionos that we see going on as well. Being able to have that way of shuffling your deck, allowing things to be maneuvered a little bit more, is really useful. There goes the Escape Rope. Azul's going for one of their Frigibags. They're going for the lesser retreat cost Frigibags by the looks of it, with 60 HP rather than the 70 HP, but it does have 2 retreat cost.
Right, now Azul's got a little bit of a mountain to climb here. Can't really let this Charizard keep beating down the door, as it were. Azul opts to start the turn off with that Artisan, the Stadium card, that lets you grab any Pokemon without a rule box and pop it straight onto your bench. As we do see that Frigibax get replaced, for lack of a better term, or not actually. Let's see what opts to go for. Go for a Bidoof even, as it looks like we might be seeing that. Azul maybe thinking, I need some draw power at some point in this game if I want to try and close this game out. Tough decisions. Amy, it's so scary. A 330 HP Pokemon taking KOs. It's not where you want to be.
No, it is absolutely gargantuan, and I think Azul knows that. That's why they're biding their time, waiting for their board to be exactly the way they need it to make sure this matchup goes in their favor.
It looks like we are going to see that Shivery Chill being used there from Chen Pao, grabbing just the 1 Water Energy, I believe, this time. Must have a lot in the discard pile, which is fine, actually, for Chen Pao. Let's go Superior Energy Retrieval. Lets you grab 4 back from the discard pile. So, looking good. As we do see Rare Candy Baxcalibur hitting the playing surface there. And I have a feeling it's about to get very cold here in this venue. That super cold will start to get used, letting you attach as many Water Energy from your hand to your Pokemon in a turn.
Yeah, Chen Pao is the master of the snowball effect, making sure that we can get consistent knockouts one after another without wasting any energy. Every single energy that you choose to attach with Baxcalibur's ability is going to get used in this matchup, but also choosing where to place those energies skillfully is incredibly important. But that is a huge amount of HP for Chen Pao to have to deal with this early in the game.
It is. I think the 6 is the magic number, right, for Hellblade to hit that 330 number. And I believe if there's as long as there's 4 in the discard pile, 4 Water Energies, I should say, in the discard pile, 1 Superior Energy Retrieval would get you there. And I actually think Azul has that in hand as well. We do see a Pokestop Stadium replacement, and we do see an Industrious Incisors for 3 cards. Let's see what they are. Oh, another Superior Energy Retrieval as well.
Going for the Irida, possibly being able to thin the deck at this point of either a Pokemon. And yeah, there we are. Look at that. An item card that isn't necessary right now. I think that's one of the strengths of this deck, is being able to refine your deck down to exactly what you would like, making sure that even if your opponent disrupts your hand, the things left in the deck are all great for you.
And then that just makes those late game Dionos not as terrifying if you have Industrious Incisors to bail you out, and hopefully it will draw you into only cards you want. We do see a Pokestop, discarding the top 3 cards, get to keep any items.
2 out of 3, baby.
Getting 2 out of 3, can't complain about that. Here we do see that Superior Energy Retrieval, getting back 4 basic waters, immediately getting attached with Super Cold, and that is a Hellblade for 360 damage, sending that Charizard to the discard pile, and 2 prize cards for Azul. GG. Amy, we have ourselves a game.
Oh, and we're off. I think that Charizard flew into the discard pile first class, but quite frankly, that Chien-Pao sent him flying. We're straight back into Jose's turn. We're going for Mew again. Ooh, I tell you what, Jose's Mew has been very well behaved today.
Yeah, that is a well-trained Mew right there. Grabbing that rare candy off that mysterious tail is a fantastic find. In case you don't know, rare candy will allow Jose to sort of go straight from the Charmander to the Charizard EX, bypassing normal evolution rules. And then once the Charizard EX comes down, Amy, the Infernal Rain gets energy. And now, obviously, the Burning Darkness attack, which is 130 plus 30 for each prize card your opponent has taken, will now do more. We do see a Pokestop.
No, is that the
Was that a triple? It was a triple supporter.
Oh my goodness, 2 boss's orders I think that was.
And he only plays 3, so that is something we need you to keep in mind, viewers at home. Jose only has 1 copy, I should say, of boss orders to work with. But however, if you only have 1 card to find, having a Pidgeot EX is fantastic for that quick search ability, letting you search your deck for any card and put it into your hand, Amy. That works once per turn for the rest of the game.
Honestly, Shay, how do you think about, feel about the risk of using a Pokestop that isn't yours?
It's interesting because it happens a lot, right? As we do see the quick search being target firing, and I imagine we will see that played. It's interesting because normally decks that play Pokestop are really heavily built to use it, right? So they have a very high percentage of the deck being item cards. And then what ends up happening is if you use it when you use your opponent's Pokestop, I should say, you could have a low success rate, as we did see there. Let's see what the Iono... Ooh, hold on a second. No rare candy there, Amy. We've already seen quick search being used, and a supporter.
Oh, crumbs.
So, I think... and we've already seen Mysterious Tail being used. Jose's forced to pass over. Let's see what Azul can do here. Looks like saying the Pokestop should still be in play. I don't think there's been any reason to why that hasn't. So Pokestop stays there. Now this is Azul's turn to capitalize. Let's see what he can do. You know, KO on the Pidgeot would be ideal. Even going after the Charmander could be really strong as well. Let's see what Azul chooses to do this
I
turn.
wonder whether Azul might leave the Pidgeot in play for an Iron Hands EX to swoop in on.
Maybe, it's a possibility. I mean, Ampu very much, he does 120, so with weakness doesn't quite get to the 270. Here we do see a Pokestop though. Oh, getting rid of a Pokestop and an Irida. Card you'd like to see, I would imagine.
There's a lot of energy retrieval cards in Azul's hand right now, so I imagine they don't really want to change that. But they might have to play some of them to be able to activate Vivarro's Industrious Incisors, which allows you to draw up to 5 cards in your hand. Yeah,
well, I think Azul's going to have to shuffle in some energy via the Super, so you can use Chivalry Cheer, right? So we are going to want to use that at some point. We do see Earthen Vessel, and we do see Superior Energy Retrieval, so I don't think energy this turn will be a problem. But I think Azul would rather not swing into this Mew if possible, so we might have to see some heavy work from the barrel to see if we can draw Azul out of this sort of bit of a clunky hand, as it were.
Yeah, Vivarro's Industrious Incisors is a fantastic ability, but you do have to use up some of the cards in your hand to be able to use it, because you won't be able to draw any cards unless you have fewer than 5 in hand.
And that can happen quite often with Chien-Pao, actually. As it looks like we are going to see a Concealed Cost with Greninja. 1 and 2. Does Irida? Ooh, okay. Now Irida starts to unlock this Chien-Pao puzzle, as it were.
Now we're slipping and sliding.
Now we're slipping and sliding. But we kind of do need to see at least one cross switcher, ideally, so you can start to get to work. Oh, Azul doesn't actually play cross switcher, so he just plays the 1 copy of Counter Catcher. So we're not going to see any cross switch. And I think we've actually seen that Counter Catcher get discarded turn 1, so I don't think there's going to be any guts from Azul here. Just going to have to swing into the active, as it were.
Here we
Let's
go,
see. We
another
Baxcalibur. Candy as well. Could you say then, Amy, that Baxcalibur has the other Baxcalibur's back?
Indeed, they've got to. I think that's one of the greatest strengths of Chien-Pao, is when you have the whole board set up. You have the whole crew keeping each other safe. We've got 2 Baxcalibur, potential of 2 B-Barrel, and there we go, we're seeing Baxcalibur come in handy there. Again, like, energy placement, really important for this deck. Leaving some littered about for retreat cost or future attacks. Really, really crucial for Azul right now.
So it looks like here we go. See a lot of energies getting attached, and Looks like we're going to see a Hellblade, I would imagine. Only has to discard 1, I believe, to get rid of that Mew.
Yep.
He only have 60 HP, so there we go. It all goes down to 3 prize cards. Now, Jose has to sort of start to apply some pressure this turn. Does have an Ultra Ball and does have a Charizard, and obviously has Quick Search available. So I don't think it's terribly hard. In fact, it should be borderline impossible for Jose to not get a KO this turn, as this would just have to search for the rare candy.
I have a funny feeling. Oh no, they do have 1 rare candy left. Oh, I was worried for a moment there in the first deck search, but I've thankfully been proven wrong. So we do have rare candy available, but are they thinking of a different route?
I mean, what's in the hand there? I kind of think you sort of have to, right? You can't really. I mean, you could try and go for the Combustion Blast Charizard, but then you're going to have to get the rare candy to use Infernal Rain anyway for that to work. So let's see. Oh, looks like, yeah, it has targeted the rare candy via Quick Search. That's one real good thing about Pidgeot, is that it has a free retreat cost as well. So you can promote it while you make your decisions. And here we do see an Ultra Ball being played, discarding Battle VIP Pass, and it looks like the Choice Belt. Not terribly useful in this matchup.
No, the belts are great for those instances where you need the mathematics to all add up. But in this instance, unfortunately, it's not that useful. It only works on V Pokemon.
And Azul doesn't play any V Pokemon, so that Choice Belt is only really good to be Ultra Ball for that, as we do see it being used. Looks like Jose debating what to take here off this Ultra Ball search. It's kind of interesting, right? You could grab Luminion to use Luminous Sign to grab a supporter at some point, but then that's a 2-prize Pokemon that Azul can target down. So we are going to see that Luminion, as we do see that Luminous Sign ability, letting you grab the Arven, which you could now use to grab a tool card and an item, as we do see a Super Rod being targeted, and maybe the Vitality Band as well, or the Forest Seal Stone. As we do see the Super Rod being played there as well. Going to shuffle in some basic energy. That's one thing, that's an interesting thing you have to watch out for with Charizard, is that you can actually run out of energy rather quick, especially if you're plucking and attaching 3 every time you evolve. So we are going to see those going back into the deck. Jose's Infernal Rain has started, as we see another 3 basic fire energies hitting the field.
Will Charizard's reign last long enough, though? Will its kingship counter over this game and be able to bring it back from Azul's snowball effect?
Yeah, I mean, all Azul realistically has to do is KO this Charizard EX, and I don't think Jose has any rare candy left to even evolve. Yeah, does he even have another Charmander down, actually? Oh, as we do see the Forest Seal Stone Star Alchemy being activated, which lets Jose grab any card he likes from his deck, as we do see, actually, another Charmander being targeted there. So
I think it's a real strength of Charizard as a deck that you have so many instances where you can just jump into the deck and get exactly what you want. When you evolve, you get your energy. Pidgeot can get you 1 of anything per turn. The Minion's there to fish out your supporters. You've got so many instances of being able to grab the exact card you need.
Exactly that, as we do see the Burning Darkness KOing the Chien-Pao EX and the Lost City coming down there from Jose, so that Chien-Pao has been sent to the Lost Zone. It will not be coming back at any point this game. It has to sort of sit and watch from the sidelines, as we do see that Lost City immediately getting bumped by Azul. Does promote the Raging Greninja into the active, so it does have an energy attached, so you can use it to retreat. And let's see what Azul can manufacture here this turn.
I think that's a great way of thinking about this. How can Azul manufacture this into a win? And we see the Iron Bundle. Now, I wonder whether this is going to be used for its attack rather than its ability. Iron Bundle has the attack Refrigerated Stream. Does 80 damage, and if the defending Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, hi there Charizard, hi there Pidgeot, it can't attack during your opponent's next turn. So unless Jose has enough switching options, they may not be able to attack with said evolution Pokemon on their next turn.
But it does look like Azul has just used its ability Hyper Blower, which would then discard itself, and then your opponent has to switch their active, have to switch to active with a bench Pokemon, I should say. Really interesting card, which I think could actually get used against Charizard, right?
Yeah.
As we do see a Pokestop being used, 3 items, okay.
3 for 3!
Azul must be playing Pokemon Go, because the Pokestops have been treating him well.
Whew. That's a Pokemon stop. We got 3 and looks like a concealed cards consideration. There it is. We got it. Battle VIP pass and whoa, it's Iron Hands. Hi.
Oh goodness. Can Azul get the Ampy very much this turn?
Oh my gosh. I think they can, Shay.
Is the lightning energy? Is there a there is a lightning energy in the discard pile? Oh no! And then Jose has just promoted the Pidgey, thinking I'll just let us all take 1 prize this turn. But here comes Iron Hands EX to say, "Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me take an extra prize card here."
And behold, Pidgey. I mean, the over KO is unreal with the weakness as well.
Yeah, that would be an Ampy very much for 240. Damage. It's going to be the first Iron Hands being seen on stream. The first Ampy very much being used ever of all time. And we're going to see it on this little Pidgey of all things.
Oh, poor little bean. Oh, well, it had to happen to someone. And unfortunately, this Pidgey didn't get the Wurmple in time. Iron Hands has turned up.
Oh,
Here
goodness.
they come.
Here we go then, Amy. Amp you very much.
Oh, bye, Pidgey. 2 prize cards off a Pidgey.
Oh, goodness. And that sets up Azul really well, right? So now he only has to take 1 KO to close this game out. And there's actually a few interesting things Azul can do. Could shuffle in the Iron Bundle, use High Blow again to push a high HP Pokemon out the active. But now it's over to Jose, and I don't think there's a rare candy left, right?
I don't think so, no. I think that previous rare candy might have been their final one, so I'm not sure if they can handle the situation in front of them right now. They do have a Charizard on the bench, so they can deal with the Iron Hands, but then can they make a comeback from that?
I think the only thing I can see Jose doing, you can still Combustion Blast this Iron Hands, right? You can KO it, but then all Azul has to do is essentially just hit into the Charizard and KO that. So maybe like to try and weave in an Iono, but then Azul does have a Bibarel, I should say. Oh, as we do see the energy getting attached to the Charmander, so we're not going to see the Radiant Charizard being used. We're going to see this Iono, and I think Jose is in Iono and Prey mode and hopes that this Iono sticks.
Will Iono do enough? Azul's going to be down to 1 card in hand, but Pokestop still remains.
As we do see the other Charizard coming into the active. Okay, so I guess the mini game for Azul now is, can Azul get 6 energy back and end this game?
I think there's a really high chance of Azul doing so. They've been thinning their deck so expertly throughout this game that I think there's a high chance they can do it. They've got Pokestop on their side. They've still got Bibarel and Radiant Greninja for card draw. And look at that deck. It's not super thick. We've got thinning that went on. Okay.
So
that's a start. There is an energy retrieval there.
Ultra Ball energy retrieval. So that's a start. That can obviously grab you the Chen Power. You actually have 1 extra energy to attach. So as long as the energy is in deck, we actually might have it. But I'm not 100% sure there is many water energy in deck at all. Does play 8. Obviously 1 is attached, 1's in hand, which is superior energy retrieval as well. We do see the Ultra Ball being played for the Chen Power.
And there he is. There's Chen Power. No, it looks like there may be 1 energy left in deck.
So yeah, so we're not quite out of the woods yet here for Azul. Does still... Oh, used the Bibarel already actually, so I'm not... Yeah, I don't think, can Azul get there? It might have to be... Has he used the Pokestop this turn? Looks like it's been turned, but I don't remember him using it.
I don't remember them using it, so I think they still have the Pokestop and Greninja. I'm certain that Bibarel was their first card draw kind of attempt of this turn. There's Chen Pao, the retreat.
Into the Chen Pao, Shivery Chill. For the 1, that goes to hand.
The sequencing here is just the best you're going to get. The expertise of knowing which of these abilities to activate first is bonkers to me.
Wait, so Azul needs to get 2 items here to win. And yes, so now you can superior energy retrieval, both of those. Grab 4 water energy from the discard pile. Then you can attach the 2 from hand. That is a 6 energy Hailblade. 360 damage, everyone, as Azul goes 1 game up. Wow.
It was so close as well, but I think the Iron Hands just tipped it in Azul's favor. They had thinned their deck down so precisely that they were able to manufacture a deck full of cards they knew were going to be useful at the end there, even if they got Iono. They Iono proved themselves.
Yeah, and that's the strength when you have that Industrious Incisors out. You can get Iono down to like 2, 3. You can go back up to 5, and all of a sudden, you can then use your superior energy retrievals, get 4 energy back, and Hellblade is doing some scary numbers. It's really interesting to see that one of the main strengths of Charizard EX, that it's a big 330 HP Pokemon. Chien-Pao has no problems reaching that number, as we can see over and over and over again.
Here we get a replay. Let's have a little look of that. Is this the beginning? The beginning.
Yeah,
the setup was hugely in Jose's favor. Azul was really, really clever in biding their time, though.
Yeah, like honestly, from the start, it could have been really, really got out of hand, as we do see, you know, that well-trained Mew grabbing all kinds of stuff. Then all of a sudden, we saw the Chien-Pao start swinging, and then it just got a bit out of hand. Even though Jose, you know what, Jose did everything right. Had the Charizards coming down, the Infernal Rains were being activated, Burning Darkness was doing everything it needed to do. Especially in this mid-game area, but then as we did see, the 6 energy Hellblaze doesn't care what's in the active at that point. I'm KOing stuff, and the Pokestops came in real clutch actually for Azul throughout the rest of the game, and then the Chien-Pao's Hellblade just over and over and over again. And even though Jose had the Pidgeot, it just wasn't quite enough. Even with that, the Chien-Pao getting sent to the Lost Zone, Amy, didn't matter.
No, it didn't. Azul was perfectly comfortable. They knew what was in their deck. They knew what was left. They used their resources so spectacularly. And Jose had that really unfortunate Pokestop moment, which I think did quite the opposite.
And there it was, the very first Amp You Very Much on stream. Say it with me at home, Amp You Very Much for 2 prizes. And that little leapfrogging prize just helped Azul get over at the end, as that Chien-Pao again said, right, you saw me do 460 damage earlier, how about I do it again? And send us to a game 2 scenario. What a round that was. What a game, I should say. The round isn't over yet, Amy. We've still got some more to go.
Coming right up, we have another little go with Charizard and, of course, our lovely Chien-Pao. I'm so excited to see what happens this time, because I gotta say, although Azul did a great job of managing their resources, I feel like Jose was in control of that game for such a long time, and there are cards in both lists that each other hadn't seen yet or hadn't been used very much, so I wonder whether those tactics will come into play.
Yeah, as we do see Jose starting off this game on, has played a Battle VIP pass to grab that well-trained Mew, Charmander as well, as we do see another Nest Ball. So Jose's having a fantastic turn 1, again, all things considered. Having that Manaphy there in the lead is amazing, because that Wave Veil will prevent any Moonlight Shuriken shenanigans from Azul's side of the board. And we do see that Pidgey coming down again. Hopefully, won't be getting Amped very much anytime soon. Wow, look at that start, Amy. You can't ask for more than that.
Once again, absolute perfection. Exactly what a Charizard player wants to see against a Chien-Pao deck. Just the most consistent board they can possibly have. A rare candy is great at this point. It's very unlikely Jose's going to suffer to any hand disruption at this point. So
yeah,
that's perfectly fair and understandable to choose off the Mew.
I think that is all you want to see in playing a Stage 2 deck, right? Is rare candy in your hand and an Ultra Ball. That means you can start off your puzzle. Now, one interesting thing, we are going to see that Iron Hands immediately get discarded there from Azul. As we saw, it did play a pivotal part in Game 1. At least for now, it's not going to play a part until it gets super-rodded back in. But we do see Azul going for that Radiant Greninja. I haven't had a chance to quite look at that hand, but we might be seeing another concealed cards. And we are, because that hand isn't very good, Amy. We need to see a supporter, Battle VIP pass, something on those lines. Chien-Pao, heavy ball.
This could be enough to turn the tables on this. Once again, slower setup for Azul, but we saw that it didn't hinder them in the last battle. I have a funny feeling that they're gonna find their way around this one too.
This could be disastrous, right? Because that is a 2 retreat cost Frigiback, so it has to stay in the active, and it wasn't energy for Azul to attach anyway. But what this means is if Jose can get a Charizard EX in play and can get it into the active, that will remove Azul's only Frigibacks, preventing any energy acceleration, at least in the near future. So Jose could wrap this game, or at least put himself in the driver's seat very fast.
Yeah, quite literally leaving the cat among the pigeons on this one. If they manage to take out that Frigibax, Azul will have no way of accelerating energy onto their Pokemon. But it's whether Jose can get all the puzzle pieces right now.
Yeah, that's going to be the question. I believe the hand does support it, as we do see Arven being played, letting you grab an item and a tool card. As we do see the rare candy and the choice belt. I imagine that choice belt is just going to be Ultra Ball fodder. Because that's an easy pick, as we mentioned. So Jose probably knows that won't have to use that choice belt. As we do see rare candy, and we're going to see the Pidgeot EX coming down, so you can use that quick search as well. You won't even maybe have to play the Ultra Ball. Can just quick search for the Charizard EX potentially, rare candy that, and then we're off to the races. Although we do see.
Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about Charizard again.
Oh no, it was a Charizard. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Bringing in that speed and those combos, being able to very early on have a quick search open to Jose is gigantic, right?
Yeah, tell you what, that is a turn two stage 2s out for Jose. And one of those stage 2s attaches 3 energy and takes a KO, and the other one lets you search any card from your deck. Azul is definitely on the back foot here this game, but if anyone can get out of this, I have to say Azul is high up on that list, but at least right now, Jose is in the lead.
And Mew's taking a little rest back onto the bench, saving itself for another day. Charizard into the active, lots of energy already. Oh, goodbye Frigibax. I'm sure we'll see you again soon though.
And Jose actually prized 2 Charmander this game, but did take one out of the prizes, so that's good for him. Now over to Azul, look a bit dicey. The only saving grace here for Azul is that Burning Darkness can't quite KO a Chien-Pao if the Chien-Pao player hasn't taken a prize card. So it only does 180, so Azul can confidently put that in the active to survive, at least for now. As we do see the Shivery Chill being used, going to grab 2 water energies from the deck. And I would imagine one of them getting discarded immediately if that conceal cards, and hopefully one of those 2 cards from Greninja can get Azul back into this game.
Yeah, Azul's going to be looking for as many Frigibax as they possibly can, because if Jose can keep on top of the Frigibax and just make sure that they are suppressing that really strong water energy engine, then that could be enough.
As we do see the concealed cards finding Irida, so that means Azul can get a water Pokemon and an item, so it's going to be, I would imagine, yep, Frigibax and Nest Ball being played to grab the second Frigibax. Azul saying, right, so you've already got one of my Frigibax, but I'm not going to let you boss's orders my next one and stop me getting out of Bat's Caliber, so forcing Jose to deal with hopefully at least one Bat's Caliber. And I think that's all you can ask for Azul.
Integral to this matchup. So Azul just needs to make sure that they are absolutely focusing as hard as they can on getting out that Excalibur.
As it does get passed over, back over to Jose, and let's see what he can do. Going to start off the turn with a quick search. And that, honestly, that quick search, what an ability that is. Once per turn, you can grab any card from your deck. And that's all you want when you're stage 2 deck, right? Being able to just grab, rare candy, ultra ball, your evolution pieces, a support, anything you want realistically, you can just grab immediately.
And how are we looking in that? Is that an ultra ball? There we go. Considering Charizard, yep. Looks like Jose is choosing to just strengthen their play, make sure their board is nice and full. And again, it not only fills the bench with some really strong Pokemon, but it also allows them to thin the deck of things that they don't really want to be taking off the top deck, like the fire energy.
Yeah, and that's another important thing. Like, you don't want to be top decking them much at all. So how about I just get them in play where they need to be? And look at that, 2 stage 2 2 energy each. What an intimidating boss. As we do see a boss's orders into. Oh, no, I like this play. Jose is saying, right, you've got 2 Frigibacks down, so I can't deny Bat's Caliber. But what I can do is deny you draw power. Even though you haven't got much of it, let me just take away the little bit you have and force you to play with what's out of your hand.
Yep. I think Chien-Pao, again, has that fantastic energy engine. It's not going to slow down. Azul is very strong with those Frigibacks on the bench now, but without a Bidoof present at all so far in this game, being able to say, okay, no, fine, you can have energy control, but you cannot draw cards, no extra cards for you. It's really strong at this stage.
Yeah, especially when you're having to discard cards, as we've just seen via Ultra Ball. Like, you are having to discard cards via Ultra Ball and then Superior Energy Retriever. Your hand size can't really get too high with Chen-Pao, so you really do rely on being able to draw cards via concealed cards and the barrel. And while Azul hasn't got them, it can get a little bit dicey. So let's see what Azul does have here. And we do see a concealed card. It's going to have a Pokestop. That is one piece of the puzzle for sure. Let's see what Azul can grab. 1, 2, 3, 3 items, but maybe not the ones you'd be after.
Love to see it. The Pokestop popping off. And
we're going to see a Nest Ball being played here. Let's see what Azul can target.
Here we go.
And it looks like it's going to be that Bidoof. That makes a lot of sense, right? We've just been mentioning about how draw power is really limited. How about we try and improve that via Industrious Incisors?
Oh, we're going Iron Bundle. I keep forgetting it's in the list, you know, but I really like it as an addition.
We might be as he does take the Bidoof, unfortunately, but in all honesty, that Refrigerated Stream could come up. That attack preventing your opponent's defending evolution Pokemon from attacking could come up against Charizard, because if you look, they are all evolution Pokemon outside of Entei V, which you have seen, but that could come up. As we are just going to see a pass, and let's see what Jose can do. And Jose can probably do everything he wants, because he does have that quick search available, as we do see it being used there from the Pidgeot EX.
Yeah, I think the juxtaposition between each deck right now and how it's handling just simply getting the cards that you would like into your hand is clear who is kind of staying on the top spot. And it's almost a control move, this. It's okay,
wow.
I can't stop you doing lots of damage, but what I can do is control your card draw. And they've gone for the Bidoof, and I think that's a fantastic choice in this scenario. They're kind of playing Charizard like a control deck right now.
Yeah, I mean, just saying, I'm going to remove all your draw power, as we do see the Shivery Chill being used here again, trying to improve your Pokestop, if I had to guess. We're going to see Earthen Vessel take out some more energy, and I think Azul needs this Pokestop to find some good combination of cards. Obviously, it can't be Irida, because it's only items, so it's going to have to be maybe an Ultra Ball, Rare Candy combo, something along those lines. This could be the decider. Oh no, we are going to see the concealed card first, I apologize. Let's see. Oh, and there's the big barrel, but one turn too late.
No. Oh, that hurts my soul. The poor Bidoof has already exited the battlefield.
So we are going to see another Chen-Pao being benched. Now, it's an interesting decision here for Azul. Is he going to go for that Iona? Looks like he is. Just would rather have a complete hand refresh, and for 6, don't mind that, and obviously limiting Jose's hand size. But while Jose does have Pidgeot, it could be a bit fool's gold, as it were. And I don't think that hand was particularly great. Azul goes for the Pokestop, Super Pod, Ultra Ball, Earthen Vessel. Was there a Rare Candy in that hand? I don't think there was.
No.
No.
Oh no. And slow attaching with Chen-Pao is just, it's too difficult. Maybe only being able to attach 1 energy per turn to any of your Pokemon is just too slow.
It is, but the funny thing is, has Jose got another Boss's Orders left? I think does play 3. He does, so because Burning Darkness still doesn't KO Chen-Pao, funnily enough, because Azul hasn't taken any prize cards. So Jose looks like we'll be going around at this Chen-Pao, and let's see, we'll go after maybe the Greninja again, because just try and remove any and all draw power. I mean, it's been going right so far. And could even play the Lost City as well. Yep, so you can Lost City whatever you choose to knock out this turn, as it is going to be that Greninja.
Greninja bounced back from the discard pile pretty quick last time, so I think it's... Ooh. Oh, and there it is. Bringing it all up into a game 3. We love to see it.
Wow, yeah, so after the destruction that Azul laid upon in game 1, it looks like in game 2, Jose saying, hold up, wait a second, I'm 2-0 as well. Let me show you how I'm going to try and get to 3-0. And we're going to a game 3 here. And I tell you what, the time is ticking down, but I think these players, these are two high-powered decks. We could easily see a conclusion here.
Yeah, with only 7.5 minutes left on the clock, we'll have to see if either of these players can close out the game pretty swiftly. I think both decks are capable of. They kind of run at a similar pace because both of them are using that red candy engine of needing to go from a basic to stage 2. So they both need the time to allow that to happen.
Yeah, but once the stage 2s do come out, though, like we said, we saw 6 energy Hellblade, we saw Burning Darkness being combined bosses orders over and over and over again. It can get a bit explosive. You just have to get to that point, as it were. And here we go. Looks like our game 3 is starting. Looks like Azul is going first, and we have a quick look at the prize cards there. Nothing too impactful, I feel, apart from that one copy of Frigibacks and an over for Jose. Again, 2 copies of Rare Candy could be pretty impactful, funnily enough. You have to keep an eye and see if Jose can find his other copy of Rare Candy. Does look like Azul has found himself Raging Greninja and is using a Shivery Chill at the moment to grab 2 water energy from his deck and do some prize checking at the same time. Shivery Chill, what a fantastic ability. I tell you, when I first saw Shivery Chill and Bat's Caliber from Powered Air Evolved, I was like, oh my goodness, what synergy this is. And as we're seeing, it is a high-powered deck capable of some deep tournament runs, I should say. I haven't had a chance to quite consult Azul's hand so far, but we do have the concealed cards, and let's see what he can draw.
There we go, cutting the deck, and we've got Greninja hopping back onto the bench. Yeah, there we go for more concealed cards. Greninja's been an integral part of Azul's deck thus far in both games, drawing many cards and helping out in any way possible. Going back into the deck with a nest ball for the first Frigibacks of Game 3. Will Azul be able to get enough Frigibacks on the bench this time to ensure that they are able to use the Baxcalibur's ability? And a second nest ball could just achieve that, but they're going with the Bidoof instead, knowing that last game Jose was able to take full control over how many cards they were drawing, and I think that is just so integral to Chien-Pao needing to be able to draw cards because they have very few ways of doing so other than with the Bibarel and Radiant Greninja. So I think Chien-Pao is off to a decent start here. I think that's as good a bench as they could get right now.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, Jose has been doing fantastic on these turn 1s that fill in the bench, and it looks like this Arven will be finding a Battle VIP pass, Amy, so he will be able to find a Battle VIP pass, grab 2 more basic Pokemon, and immediately get involved in this game. Arven, what a fantastic card. We first saw it in the first Scarlet Violet set, and I knew instantly it was going to be a strong card, especially as we do see that Fossil Stone being in format, which can then you be using combination to search any card from your deck.
And straight in with the Battle VIP pass. Going for Charmander to begin with and Pidgey. I think the nice thing about Charizard is that as long as you know your matchups, you've got the opportunity to know the ideal bench for each matchup.
Yeah, that's a good point. And when you have Arven and Battle VIP pass, it just lets you grab everything and anything that you like. And we do see that Mew. And we see the Manaphy as well, as we do see a pass over to Azul. Let's see what Azul can manufacture here. It does have, a good size hand, does have Shivery Chill available as well. And all manner of things. And I really like that Azul put down the Bidoof instead of the second copy of Frigiback, because if you're going first, chance of your opponent being able to boss his orders, before you've had time to set up is pretty low. So I'm just going to take the risk and put down the Bidoof. As we do see concealed cards, grabbing two cards there. Nothing too impactful apart from another Frigibacks, and that hand, oh my goodness, hasn't got any supporters or anything like this. No Pokestop even. Azul having to just attach past in this game too here, Amy. Let's see what Jose can do. Does have Ultra Ball, Forest Hill Stone, nothing else actually too impactful either, I believe.
We know that Azul going slow and steady in the first game worked a treat, so Knowing that Charizard isn't going to be able to knock out a Chen Pao, now I think Azul has the wiggle room to relax for a little bit. And there we go with a Charmeleon. Oh, we haven't seen that yet. Jose kept that back for game 3. I like that.
As we do see, we're just going to see a 1 energy Hellblade being used there for the KO. Not the most explosive of games, but prize cards are being taken. And I don't think Jose has a great deal to do. Can obviously promote this Mew and use Mysterious Tail. We'll top deck that Vitality Band and go for Mysterious Tail now. And
let's see if Mew's got tired out yet. No, it's still going, and Ultra Ball's not bad.
You know what Ultra Ball finds, Amy? That finds the Charizard EX, which then finds 3 Fire Energy, and all of a sudden... Wait, Jose has the Vitality Band in hand already, I believe. Can Jose Ultra Ball for the Charizard EX and hold on to that Vitality Band? Has he got enough cards in hand for that? No.
Oh, no, there's just not enough. And Charizard, I think that's why I like the Charmeleon. It does give the accessibility to Charizard, but now Jose is having to consider benching the Lumineon, which gives Azul that room. No, we see an explosive hot shot of Entei.
Yeah, just been able to activate that Forest Seal Stone, use that Star Alchemy, which lets you grab any card you like from your deck. As we do see that Charizard coming down via Charmeleon, no rare candy needed. Infernal Rain for Jose, 3 Fire Energy, and that means we'll be able to see the Mew get retreated, AB. We see that Vitality Band for plus 10 damage, and because Azul's taken 1 prize card, that is the magic number of 220. Jose gets on the board.
Going down in flames, Chen Pao hits the discard pile, and Azul opts to promote Greninja, going straight in with a draw per turn and a concealed cards to bulk that hand out a bit more, and discarding 2 Battle VIP Pass off the Ultra Ball, which can only be used on your first turn.
Yeah, fantastic. I'm sure Azul would have loved to see those rare candy and Ultra Ball last turn, but we do see the Baxcalibur come down. We do see a Chen Pao. Are we going to see the 6 energy Hellblade? I actually think there's a superior energy retrieval in hand. So 1, 2, oh, okay. I think so. Super Rod shuffles in 2 energy as they immediately get searched by a Shivery Chill and attached by a Super Cold. Obviously, both players are playing extremely fast to try and fit this game in. And I think there is a superior energy retrieval. There is. So is there 4 energy in the discard, Amy? 1, 2, 3, 4. So you know what that means, Amy? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 360 damage.
Woo.
And that Charizard is sent to the discard pile.
Absolutely. Cataclysmic right there. Taking out the Charizard EX, the only attacker that Jose had set up. Whew.
So it looks like now we'll try and get confirmation, but it looks like time might have been called. We'll try and get confirmation on that. But in the meantime, it looks like Jose has started to turn off with a Mysterious Tail, and it looks like grabbed a Super Rod. Does have Arven in hand. Does have...
Yeah, looks like a full art Arven there. A really fantastic card, actually. I think Arven's going to become stronger and stronger in the format going forward. I think it's going to see a lot of play in a lot of different styles of decks.
So I think Jose has a rare candy and an Ultra Ball in hand, right? So it does have a way of getting down another Charizard EX. Problem with that is, though, that gives up 2 prize cards, and Azul can still win this game. It's currently at 3 prize cards as well. So even though you do take the KO, you do open yourself up as well. So could get a little bit dicey here in this late game scenario, as the Arven does find a Nest Ball and a Forest Seal Stone. As that Nest Ball does get played immediately, and it looks like we are going to go for a Pidgey.
I think this game could go either way. I'm not sure who's going to be able to close this out.
It could definitely still go either way, 100%. And it looks like Consultant Discard Pile, quite a few energy there. Might have to play that Super Rod just to ensure that you can use Infernal Rain, I should say, from Charizard EX to maximum value. As we looks like debating is going to play that Super Rod, shuffling any combination of basic energy and Pokemon up to 3, as we do see 3 very nice hollow, oh no, 2 I should say, and the Pidgeot.
Going in for an Ultra Ball, getting rid of Forest Seal Stone and Arven on this occasion. Of course we're going for the Charizard. Need only a rare candy to have that Charmander grow up super quick and grab the 3 energy from the deck to be able to pop onto Charizard, activating Burning Darkness. I wonder if that 3rd energy is going to go somewhere else.
Probably has to go on the Mew so you can retreat,
for a retreat.
Right? There we
Does
go.
Jose have any cards in hand?
No.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be the prize cards that's going to make up for that next hand.
Right, this is a monumental turn for Azul here. Does have to kind of deal with this Charizard because otherwise it can just KO anything that Azul has in the active. So we need to see another 6 energy Hellblade in an ideal scenario. Let's see what Azul can do. Nestballs out another Bidoof. Does promote the Raging Greninja as well. So it does have a few options to work with. Going to shuffle the deck. And I would imagine this is turn 1 for time, or we'd have to try and get confirmation of this. Let's see. Does have a superior energy retrieval in hand, so that's going to be at least 4. We kind of need to get this Greninja out of the active as well, so we might need more than 6 energy. We are going to see a Pokestop coming down and an Iono. So that's going to give Jose... Oh, no, it won't give Jose a bigger hand size, so he only had 2 anyway, and going back down to 2. Does give us all 3. Let's see what those 3 cards are. Irida and a big barrel!
The Bibarel is coming out. Look at him. Azul could be barreling into the lead this time.
Love that. We do see Earthen Vessel as well. We're going to see the Pokestop being played. Rare Candy, Iron Bundle, Super Rods.
Ooh, Iron Bundle has to go to the discard pile, but he's pretty used to that.
Yeah. Sends himself to the discard pile whenever he used that ability, right? So. And still got Industrious Incisors as well. Like, honestly, so much stuff going on there for us all. Earthen Vessel might be enough to get him over the line when used in combination with that Super Rod. Super Rod, like we say, shuffle in any 3 in combination of Pokemon and basic energy. And then Earthen Vessel lets you discard 1 card from your hand to grab 2 basic energies from your deck. It's almost like another Chivalry Chill, but you have to discard 1 card, I should say, from your deck. As we do see it being used there, Earthen Vessel, discard Irida to grab 2 basic energy, as we do see that 1 lightning energy being taken as well.
Oh, this is so close at this point. It could just take the smallest inch to change the outcome of this match. Concealed cards for...
Oh, was that another superior energy retrieval?
Another superior energy retrieval. Wow. And Iron Bundle has bounced back as well, back into the hand from discard pile.
It looks that way.
Oh, this is tense.
How did... Yeah, so the Iron Bundle is going to be activated, pushing Jose's Charizard out of the active. And let's see what Azul can do here.
Here we go with the superior energy retrieval, discarding, yes, a water energy and a Chien-Pao to get 4. Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
Onto the Greninja. Go ahead and make a second back Excalibur, and they're just gonna take out the Mew there.
So that means Azul's going to have to try and KO the Charizard can KO the Charizard next turn to win the game, as it were, or the Entei, but does only have 1 copy of Counter Catcher. But I think that must have been the last turn of time, so it looks like we are going to see a tie here from Azul and Jose.
What an exceptional match from 2 incredibly talented players. We really did get such a treat there.
Yeah, fantastic. We saw the strength of both decks. We saw Chien-Pao doing those massive Hellblades, making it rain, ice, and KOing those Charizard in fantastic fashion. But we also saw, I think we saw Pidgeot EX being used fantastic there. Letting you just go like boss's orders, KOing everything that Jose wanted. And this third game could have went either way. The Greninja came up super early, as we saw that 1 little KO there was actually super impactful, because that meant Charizard EX on the back of Entei using Star Alchemy could come down with that Vitality Band and take that big KO. But Azul said, hold on, you want to do a KO? How about I do one of my own? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to send that right back at you, sunshine. And that Charizard wasn't long for this game. Honestly, that was such a to and fro game. Could have went either way. And Jose said, hold on, you want to do a KO? How about I do one right back? That Burning Darkness, bish bash bosh. And then towards the end there, we did see the Raging Greninja as well being used of all things. And honestly, what a fantastic game. I think one big thing we did see was this barrel being used there, that Industrious Incisors. And yeah, and honestly, what a fantastic game at the end. We saw the Moonlight Shuriken for the sad one prize, unfortunately. Not something you want to do too often, but Mew did get KO'd. And then towards the end, we saw the tie there because of the time constraints. But wow! Wow, that was what a first game that was for us.
It was fantastic, and I'm so glad that we got to see Iron Hands doing its thing as well. We got to see our first future Pokemon, and we got to see two because we also got to see Iron Bundle. And
I tell you, I did not expect to see Iron Bundle being used in the very first game as Iron Hands. We did see the Ampu very much, came out very, very important. And I wonder if we're going to see much more. And my real big question is, are we going to see much more Iron Bundle as well?
I'm not sure, you know. I think it's an unusual pick for this deck, but I'm behind it. I'm behind it the whole way. I think it's a fantastic use of not only a Pokemon slot because it's searchable,
yes,
but also being able to utilize it as a potential attacker in Chien-Pao, but also it's almost used as an item because it has that escape rope style ability. So it's almost like a searchable escape rope with a Pokemon search, which is amazing.
I just saw the lower third. Azul says Ampu very much, and he did. Azul said it, his deck said it, Iron Hands said it, and we got to say it as well, announcing the first one. But I think you're right. You are honestly so correct with the Iron Bundle because we saw that Azul opting to play cross switcher, I should say. The only form of reliable gust that Azul had was via counter catcher. So, you know, with that, you might want to have a little bit of way to maneuver your opponent's active. Iron Bundle being an irredeemable escape rope at that point could prove very big. And I'm guaranteed that refrigerated stream will come up for us all at some point today.
I have a funny feeling it might. It's 3 energy. You can use the Baxcalibur to pop those on. So I think it's a truly quite good attack as long as you know your opponent doesn't have enough resources to kind of come back from that and just switch their active. I think it could come in really clutch for him today.
Yeah, so I'll ask you a question now. What deck was you more impressed by, the Chien-Pao or the Charizard?
I think I was more impressed with the Chien-Pao, and I'm gonna say why.
Okay.
Because personally, I'd have gone really aggressive in that game 1, but Azul knew. That's why he's out here playing and I'm not right now.
Yeah.
They knew that it was smarter to hold back, wait until they had the right cards in their hand, until they knew that they had made the deck perfect for the rest of the game, and I would have just taken that knockout when it was available. But you're so right. A Charizard can't KO a Chien-Pao without you having taken prize cards, and that it's those little bits, those little gems of knowledge that our fantastic competitive players that are here today really show us, and they show exactly why they chose their deck, and they make it shine.
Yeah, both players getting to that 2-0-1 record, and I would say I was a bit more impressed with the Charizard deck, to be honest. A lot of people have written off, you know, Charizard, Pidgeot, opting to go for the TM Evolution route, but Jose saying, hold on a second, searching any card for my deck is rather good, and we saw it get used amazingly in that best of 3. And those Charizard, they were coming out at an extremely fast rate, and you know, if Jose was playing against any sort of lower powered deck even that can't quite hit that 360, Jose probably could have won that round. But yeah, but just both decks were just firing on all cylinders, and what an explosive round that was.
It really was. It was so fantastic to see both of our players just truly show that they are the master of their art.
Yeah, and like you said, Azul